Well, the weekend has come to an end, but we do not end things here. Now, as you probably know already, this past Saturday, WWE went to Saudi Arabia, more specifically in Riyadh, had their annual Royal Rumble. So, the real question we ask ourselves, who walks out as this year's winners for both the men and the women's, of course, Royal Rumble? Well, we'll just have to find out. And not to mention, we have the WWE Undisputed Championship on the line. And of course, as you probably know, Gunther challenges AJ Styles. If he loses, AJ has to retire. And then we move on, of course, as New Japan Pro Wrestling are on the road to the new beginning. So we will see what happens until then, because as you probably know, we'll be making 10 days away to Osaka for the new beginning for preliminary matches as we speak at this moment. But we'll see how things will go from there. But also, we have the finals of the Young Lion Cup. So we'll see out of the Young Lions who walks out as this year's winner. And then, of course, as always, we'll wrap up our episode, as usual, with some news updates to give you guys updates on what's been happening in the world of wrestling, such as what events the promotions are throwing out, who's booked, what matches are set, including developments that are happening in the world of wrestling as we speak. So, let's get ready for another episode of the Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Hey everyone, welcome to Deleted Wrestle Zone, all things that is pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I am your host, J-Rod here. So, if you are new to the channel, welcome. This is a channel we do a lot of pro wrestling reviews from various promotions, not only here in the United States, but also in Japan, Mexico, Canada, Europe, the UK, anywhere pro wrestling is not as big, but it continues to grow. We also, of course, do discussion videos, talk about various topics such as the wrestlers themselves, the promotions, factions, storylines, whatever we want to talk about. We also, of course, do more news updates. If certain information is unable to be on this episode, we can either put it on the next one or on a separate video by itself. We also, of course, do real-time news updates to keep you guys on alert if something has happened in the world of wrestling that needs to be addressed ASAP. We also, of course, got the Unagi Sayaka Watch and various other cool wrestling content as well. So if you like what you see, please subscribe to us or click on that subscribe button. You'll be getting a lot of daily reviews and other cool wrestling content as well. But if you like this episode, please give us a like on the like button or a nice comment in the description down below. Now, enough of the jibber jabbers. Let's get to it. So, let's begin with WWE's, of course, the Royal Rumble Riyadh. Well, WWE Royal Rumble in Riyadh. Well, it's that time of year as always. Every year in the month of January, the Royal Rumble has always come around. And not to mention, it did not happen here in the States. It happened in Saudi Arabia, more specifically in Riyadh. Now, of course, we start out with the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, keep in mind, for those who may not know what the Royal Rumble is, I'll just give you a description. Those who do know, thank you for also following along. The Royal Rumble is an over-the-top match. Basically, the opponents must be thrown outside of the ring. No pinfall, no submission happens. Now, mostly we can see that in Japan, but never when it comes to WWE. They do the over-the-top. That's the best way to win. But your feet must be touched to the ground. That's how the rules work. Now, of course, we have the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, this is the exact number of people. Now, there's 30 women that appeared on this one, but this is the actual people that participating from number 1 all the way to number 30. At number 1, we had Charlotte Flair. Number 2, Alexis Bliss. Number 4, Kiana James. Number 4, Nia Jax. Number 5, Ivy Nile. Number 6, Lola Vice. Number 7, Candice LeRae. Number 8, Jordynne Grace. Number 9, Becky Lynch. Number 10, Soruka. Number 11, Roxanne Perez. Number 12, Maxine Dupree. Number 12, Natty. Number 14, Liv Morgan. Number 15, Lash Legend. Number 16, Zelina. Number 17, Raquel Gonzalez. Number 18, Chelsea Green. Number 19, Julia. Number 20, Io Sky. Number 21, Asuka. Number 22, Rhea Ripley. Number 23, Bayley. Number 24, Jacy Jane. Number 25, Nikki Bella. Number 26, Lyria Valkyria. Number 27, Kalani Jordan. Number 28, Kairi Sane. Number 29, Brie Bella. And then, of course, finally, number 30, making her return, it's Tiffy time, Tiffany Stratton. So, yes, these are the ladies that participate in the Rumble. Now, this is the exact way they were eliminated in their tournament. Jordynne Grace was able to eliminate Lola Vice and Candice LeRae. And then, of course, she eliminated Ivy Nile, which is not bad, 3 people. Charlotte Flair was able to eliminate both her own tag partner, Alexa Bliss, and Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss was mostly, let's just say, an accidental elimination, but it happened. Becky Lynch eliminates Maxine Dupree, and then Natty eliminates Becky Lynch. And then Lash Legend eliminates Jordynne Grace. Raquel Gonzalez eliminates Kiana James. Julia eliminates Zelina. Rhea Ripley eliminates Chelsea Green, and then later she eliminates Roxanne Perez. And then Liv Morgan eliminates Natty. Then Lyria Valkyria eliminates Julia. Then Kairi Sane, well, she accidentally eliminates Asuka. And then, of course, Io Sky eliminates Kairi Sane, which is weird. Both the Bella twins eliminate both Bayley and Valkyria. Soruka eliminates Jacy Jane with an awesome soul snatcher and just tossed her out. And then, of course, Lash Legend had the next 3 eliminations. First, it was with the Bella twins. Then Charlotte Flair. And then Io Sky. And then, of course, Rhea Ripley eliminates Lash Legend. And then Liv Morgan, well, eliminates Raquel Gonzalez. And then Tiffany Stratton eliminates Soruka. And then, of course, Liv Morgan eliminates Trish Stratton. I don't know if I think someone put a typo on this thing about Rhea Ripley. I know she was eliminated. But yeah, so Liv Morgan is this year's winner. So that means she's going to WrestleMania. Now, our next match involves, of course, Gunther and AJ Styles. Now, Gunther, as you know, he's been now becoming the kind of guy who's embracing the idea of retiring people. He did that with John Cena. Now he wants to do the same thing to, of course, AJ. And AJ, as you know, he did everything humanly possible. He applied everything that he has in his arsenal, such as, of course, the Styles Clash and all that. But, however, that was way too much. But Gunther was attempting to apply the sleeper hold many times. Of course, this was the same move that John Cena was forced to retire out. And that's the thing that, of course, AJ did not want. But, unfortunately, Gunther got a hold of it. And just like that, it was over. Ref called it completely. The ref didn't want to, but apparently he did. And just like that, Gunther got his next victim to force to retire. And of course, it was an emotional moment right there. Now, our next match is for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Drew McIntyre defends it against Sami Zayn. Sami, I have to say, really put up a hell of a fight. He did everything humanly possible to stand on his toes, knowing too well that he is not facing a slouch. He knows he's facing a much dangerous competitor. But of course, Drew McIntyre applied multiple times to Claymore, thinking that will be the end of it. But Sammy decided, no, I'm not quitting. But unfortunately, when the last Claymore was hit, it was done. 1, 2, 3, it was over. Just like that. Now, on to our men's Royals Rumble. So basically, there's that. Um, let's see. Now, as always, let's begin with the entries from this one. Starting at number 1, we have Obafemi. Number 2, Braun Breaker. Well, he was eliminated because apparently some guy who did something what happened with Austin Theory happened. Number 3, Solo Sikoa. Number 4, Rey Mysterio. Number 5, Rusev. Number 6, Matt Cardona. Number 7, Damian Priest. Number 8, Javon Evans. Number 9, Mr. Iguana. Number 10, Trick Williams. 11, Cody. Number 12, El Grande Americano, aka Ludwig Kaiser. And then number 13, El Grande Americano Original, Chad Gable. And then, of course, Royce Keys. Austin Theory. Number 17, Ilya Dragunov. Number 18, La Parka. Number 19, Dragon Lee. Number 20, Logan Paul. Number 21, LA Knight. Number 12, Brock Lesnar. Number 23, The Miz. Number 29, Rey Fenix. Number 25, Jey Uso. Number 26, Roman Reigns. Number 27, Jacob Fatu. Number 28, Penta. Number 29, Randy Orton. And then finally, number 30, Gunther. So that's pretty much it. Now, of course, the first person that was eliminated was, of course, Braun Breaker, but it wasn't something you expected. Basically, a mysterious guy in a hoodie. The same kind of thing we saw with Austin Theory, what he did into the Elimination Chamber. No, but not the Elimination Chamber. Survivor Series attacked him. Even Paul Heyman wasn't surprised. But the same guy tossed Braun Breaker into the ring, and Obafemi tossed him over the ring to eliminate him. But Obafemi eliminated a bunch of guys, not just Braun Breaker. He eliminated, of course, Rusev, Solo Sikoa, Rey Mysterio, and Matt Cardona. So yeah, so basically he was dominant in that fashion. Trick Williams was able to eliminate Mr. Iguana. El Grande Americano eliminates, of course, Chad Gable, the original, eliminates the El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser. And then, of course, Trick Williams eliminates El Grande Americano original, just like that. And then Cody Rhodes eliminates Trick. Royce Keys eliminates Damian Priest. I think Royce Keys, yeah, I think that's Powerhouse Hobbs, I believe. Who else? Oh, yes. What was that? But yeah, of course, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul eliminates Royce Keys. Then Austin Theory eliminates La Parka. Then Bronson Reed eliminates Dragon Lee. LA Knight eliminates Austin Theory. Brock Lesnar eliminates Ilya Dragunov and Obafemi. Cody Rhodes and LA Knight teamed up to eliminate Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns eliminates The Miz. Cody Rhodes eliminates LA Knight. Randy Orton eliminates Javon Evans. Gunther eliminates Penta. Cody was eliminated by, of course, Drew McIntyre because he does not want to challenge him for the title, so that kind of makes sense. And then Roman Reigns eliminates the next three guys, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Logan Paul. And then, of course, Gunther eliminates Randy Orton. And then that leaves Roman Reigns and Gunther until, of course, Roman Reigns picked up the win and he's on his way to WrestleMania. So you guys can guess how that turned out. I have to say it was a pretty good moment. I think there were some things that were surprising. Of course, the person who attacked Braun Breaker, I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of speculation. So we will stay tuned for that. But yes, there's that. So I have to say it was pretty good. Not going to lie, despite they took it overseas. But it is what it is. So that's pretty much it. So let's just move on to our last and final review. Of course, New Japan. Okay, New Japan Pro Wrestling on the road to the new beginning. This is day 5 of this particular tour. And of course, once again, they make the return to Korakuen Hall. Now, we continue on with, of course, the Young Lions Cup. Now, for those who are not familiarized with this, the Young Lions are mostly the wrestlers still in training. They are, of course, the ones dressed up in simple, basic wrestling gear. You know, the boots, and of course the tights, or the trunks, whatever. But anyway, uh, basically they are given the time to shine. Now we have a tournament that happens every year. Right now, the final two competitors, which was ironic, these guys had, of course, their bye. They had a bye in the tournament. We have, what's their names? Oh yeah, Katsuya Murashima and Shomakato. Now these two guys, I do see there are a lot of promising with them, but I wasn't too sure how this was going to turn out because they were excellent wrestlers. But however, what's interesting is we have seen how much Murashima has developed a new his wrestling craft. If you guys ever seen him, he actually uses the Boston Crab, but what he does with it is when he realizes he has to apply more pressure to his opponents, he does like these jumping squats while he has his opponent in the Boston Crab, and just like that, they immediately tap out. So he used that on Kato, and just like that, it was completely over. He is this year's 2026 Young Lions Cup winner. Now, our next match, this is part of the paramount match that would take place in Osaka. We have Tiger Mask teaming up with Yusho, consistent of Yuya Uemura and Shomakato, Shota Umino. They take on the Unbound, Geto, um, Oscar, and Yudo Ice. Now, keep in mind, Uemura and Umino are going to be challenging both Oscar and Yudo Ice, also known as the Knockout Brothers, for the IWGP Tag Team belts. Now, obviously, this is one of those matches we will see who will have the momentum. Now, honestly, I would have thought that, of course, the match would go to Tiger Mask, Uemura, and Umino, due to sometimes we've seen Geto take losses. But no, it did not happen that way, because in the end, it was, in fact, the Knockout Brothers with the KOB on Tiger Mask, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, pinfall by Yudo Ice on Tiger Mask, it was over. Now, our next match, we have TMDK, Hartley Jackson, Rohei Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. and Kosa Fujita. They take on the combine of Hung Tai, Ryusuke Taguchi, and our never openweight 6-man tag team champions, Bolton Oleg and Bishamon, Yoshihashi, and Hiroki Goto. Now remember, it was, of course, Bishamon and Bolton Oleg that defeated TMDK, Jackson, Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. for the never openweight titles. So basically, they might want to get a bit of a measure of revenge on this one, but in the end, it was Kosa Fujita that picked up the win when he applied a big submission onto Taguchi, and just like that, it was completely over. Taguchi tapped out. Our next match, as you know, the war between the United Empire and the Unbound rages on. For this match, we have Zayn J, Great-O-Khan, and Hinare taking on the Unbound, Daiki Nagai, the Robbie X, and Drilla Maloney. So we haven't seen, of course, Maloney and Robbie X for a while. I'm going to presume that they were discussing terms of contract, since we know that certain people were leaving. But yes, but however, of course, the United Empire once again wants to prove the dominance, once again to be the most ruthless group ever. But in the end, it was Hinare that picked up the win on Daiki Nagai with the sit-down powerbomb. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, done. Now, our next match, this is part of the preliminary match. We have the House of Losers without Evil. It's consistent of Dick Togo, Yujiro Takahashi, Doiki, and Ren Narita. Now, this match is probably paramount because their opponents is in fact Toru Yano, Master Wato, Yo, and Aaron Wolf. Now remember, Ren Narita issued a challenge for the Never Openweight Championship against Aaron Wolf. However, another thing came around in this one, Doiki, of course. Doiki, as you know, he has no intentions whatsoever to defend the title because he feels no one deserves it. But That changed a little bit because we know that Aaron Wolf is now a target by, of course, Ren Narita. But later, the person now took out Doiki was none other than Master Wato. So he actually used his own weapon against him while, of course, the ref was distracted. He uses his little pipe, and just like that, um, Wato applied his German suplex, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, he wins. And that means he has a right to challenge. I wouldn't be surprised if that would take place in Osaka at the New Beginning. Now, our next match is we continue with more with the war between the United Empire and Unbound. Um, Representing Unbound, we have the Jacob Austin Young and Cal Newman taking on Hiromu and, of course, David Finlay. Now, of course, if you guys saw what happened in World Tag League, we saw these two guys, Hiromu and David Finlay, the odd couple, of course, how they were using each other as weapons back and forth. I'm like, I thought it was hilarious, you know. Even David Finlay tried to use that. So it was really, really, really funny because we know recently David Finlay has been at war with Cal Newman. Cal Newman blames him for what happened to Will Ospreay, and that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to dismantle him. But in the end, it was Finlay. It was, of course, Finlay with the overkill onto Jacob Austin Young, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, it was over. Now, we have the other members of United Empire, Francisco Akira and Jake Lee, taking on the Unbound, Taiji Shimori and Yota Tsuji. Now, remember, Francisco Akira has declared war on both Taiji Ishimori and Hiromu Takahashi. Obvious reasons, because I think he wants to prove that he's the far more better junior heavyweight competitor. But that was pretty much it. But don't forget, it was Jake Lee who issued the challenge for the IWGP heavyweight title. But of course, Yota Tsuji told him, you did not earn it because you did not have matches. You can't just jump the line. But of course, Jay Lee doesn't care. He wants to do it because he feels like if he doesn't do it, what's the purpose? That sort of thing. But of course, that's been going on for quite a while. But unfortunately, it was Akira that picked up the win onto Ishimori. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, the United Empire once again picked up the win. So we'll see what happens as we go when we head to Osaka within 10 days. So I think that's pretty much it for everything else. So let's move on with our last and final thing, news updates. Okay, so welcome to our news update. So let's begin, of course, with upcoming events, starting with GCW. This was announced all of a sudden for the Atlantic City shows. It takes place in March. On the 14th of March, well, Marco Stunt comes out, of course, and according to the information I got, this will be his farewell show. As you all know, he made a decision to retire due to the fact that he's already been hurt already. Certain injuries kind of forced him into. So it's sad, but it is what it is. Now, of course, related to GCW's upcoming events, as you know, we have the Joey Janela Spring Break taking place on the 17th of April. Well, it was announced that they just announced Hayabusa to, of course, be participant. This is a huge thing. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Now, on SEAdLINNG, of course, will be returning to Shinjuku Face for on the 10th of February. They just announced a 6-woman tag match. We have Mirai, Yuki Fama, and of course, Lady Destroyer, and the current Beyond the Sea champion, Lady Destroyer Hiroyo Matsumoto. They face on Makoto, Chanyota, and of course Mio Shirai. Now, for those who don't know who Mio Shirai, I'll tell you who she is, and I think many of you who follow this channel knows who she is. Mio Shirai is the sister, the older sister of Io Sky. Now, as you know, on the 8th of March, we have, of course, Pro Wrestling Eve, which is the all-women's promotion in the UK. They have their big event, Wrestle Queendom, that'll take place. They just announced a match. We have, of course, Safari Reed will take on Azumi, so that's going to be a hell of a match. And, of course, we had the double show taking place by Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling on the 27th and the 28th of March. They just announced Bryce Hansen will be participating both. And then finally, as you know, many promotions will be participating in Las Vegas during WrestleMania week. Amongst them is New Texas Pro Wrestling for Sin City Stampede, which will take place on the 16th of April. And they just announced Dragon Gate Star, Dragon Kid will be participating, which is going to be good. Now, we only have one development. If you guys saw what happened on Collision, well, apparently it was revealed, of course, what happened with Okada. You saw Okada was covering the title. Well, apparently, according to Fightful Select, Okada kind of lost the title, the ring, both in a lost bag. So basically, the bag is missing the containers, wrestling gear, and the title, which is really messed up. Now, we don't know for sure if it's stolen. All they're reporting it's lost. Now, if there's any changes regarding about that, I'll let you guys know. But we'll see what happens. I hope they find the bag or so. But pretty much it. That's it. Let's call it a day. Well, I hope everybody enjoys this episode. Coming up now, I'm still in the progress of trying to finish up the special episode that will feature every show that they have with, of course, Mighty Gold. However, I am considering just putting 5 reviews on that one. Day 1 through 5, of course. So we'll see how that. I haven't decided when I'll be, of course, uploading into the channel, and we'll see how that goes. As for our next episode, I haven't decided either what I'm going to do. It's still a big decision what I'm planning to do after that, but we'll see. I'm thinking about trying to catch up with some of the Japanese wrestling scene, see how things will go from there. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. But as of right now, we'll leave things as it is. So until then, I will see you guys in the next DWZ time, same DWZ channel. I must bid all of you adieu. So, goodbye, and have a nice day.